All right, I'm on Talab Ban Hawada Ban Yasha'Allah. Now today's motivation basically is on what is the kingdom of heaven, man, or what the kingdom of heaven will consist of. So this is Micah chapter 4, verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord Yahweh shall be established in the top of the mountains, which is governments, and it shall be exalted above the hills, which is nations. So the Lord's house, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, are going to be exalted above the nations, man. And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. Right, so the nation's gonna come to us for the law, statutes, commandments, because that's perfection, man. The Lord, when he come back, gonna do away with all the laws that these nations set up, man. All the legislations and all the doctrines degree and all that shit ain't gonna mean nothing, man. Them lawyer degrees, all that shit ain't gonna mean shit, man. It says, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. And that's talking about them heathen nations, man. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Right, man. So all the war that they be doing, all the military might that they didn't, set up, the nuclear missiles that they have and shit, man. The Lord gonna have that shit destroyed, burn with fire, and then they gonna get back to farming and stuff, man. It says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Right, so there ain't gonna be no more war. There ain't gonna be no more Esau coming up with creative ways to take down Jake and shit like that, man. This is Zechariah chapter 14, verses 14. It says, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel and great abundance. Right, so we're going to gather all that together, man. All the gold and silver that they had took from us, we're going to go back and take it from them. And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of the beast that shall be in the tents, in these tents, and this plague. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, Yahushai, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Right, so they're going to keep the high holy days too, man. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the King, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. Right, so if the nations, just say the nations don't want to listen to the law, statutes, commandments, or come up slacking for the feast, they should have no rain, man. And then in the previous scripture said that they was going to turn all the military into farming instruments, man. So picture it not having no rain after you destroyed all your weapons and shit, man. How you gonna eat, man? How your nation gonna survive, man? So y'all nation's gonna be getting fucked up in that day, man. So they gonna be following the law, statutes, commandments also. It says, there shall be no rain, and if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. This shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all the nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Right, so if they don't want to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, man, Yahweh Shai gonna fuck their ass up. Why? Because they're not gonna have no rain. So there's gonna be starvation in that time, man. And that's in the kingdom of heaven. That's what the kingdom of heaven consists of, man. The nations going into slavery, their weapons being destroyed, and them following our laws, statutes, commandments. And if they don't want to hear to that, Yahweh Shai gonna fuck them up, man. This is Revelations chapter 2, verses 25. It says, but that 2 and 25, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. Right, the truth, the testimony, man. The Lord's elect, man. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, right? To be a ruler, to be a king, man, with spiritual powers. Because how you think we're going to take the nations down, man? And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, right, man? They got to follow the law, statutes, commandments, man. We're going to be fucking their ass up because they're going to be in slavery. It says, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Right, so we're gonna be fucking them nations up in the kingdom of heaven, man. That's what the kingdom of heaven consists of. You know, these nations getting recompense. I mean, getting done unto them what they done unto us, man. But it's gonna be worse. But you know, that's it for the lesson. Shalom.